Today, we're speaking with Ramzi Marjaba, a senior sales engineer and founder of We the Sales Engineers, a resource for sales engineers by sales engineers. Ramzi is also the host of We the Sales Engineers podcast and helps other sales engineers through mentoring and training.
I became a sales engineer back in 2014 before I didn't know what it meant. I actually accepted a job offer for a systems engineer, not knowing it was actually sales engineers. But yeah, I've been doing that since 2014, started We the SEs at 2018 because I didn't find any resources out there. I found most of the resources after I started, but I was already down that road, and I like to help aspiring sales engineers and sales engineers alike.
What are some of your favorite tips and tricks for SEs right now?
I consider sales engineers as the athletes of the business world, along with salespeople. Together, we're part of the team. The big difference between us and athletes is they get to practice, and we don't. We just show up and we practice live, and nobody else does that in any of the professional world. And if you talk to basketball players, they grew up dribbling the ball. They don't even need a rim to actually practice. They just dribble. They sleep with the ball. Practice in everyday life. If you're talking to your significant other, practice listening. If you're talking to your children, practice negotiation, which is a big part of parenthood. But also be deliberate about the way you practice. Don't practice alone, practice with your salesperson. I was talking to a sales engineer, a client of mine, who mentioned that he doesn't know when he should interrupt his salesperson. And when I asked him, like, did you practice that? And he's like, no, we don't practice. So you will never learn when you can interrupt, when you can't, if you don't do it in practice. I guess that's the biggest tip. Doesn't matter what skills you have. If you don't practice them, they're going to go away.
What are some just overall positive trends you're seeing with pre-sales this year?
It's not specific to pre-sales, but I've noticed a lot of pre-sales individuals, sales engineers, solution architects are starting side hustles. And I find that is helping them get better as sales engineers because they're understanding a little bit more about business and becoming more business oriented than just sales engineers. So the fact that it's a side hustle, which doesn't necessarily help them in their current job, or in theory would not help them in their current job, is actually being very beneficial in them getting better. Being able to talk to individuals as business owners. They don't advertise that they're business owners because it's a side hustle, but they get to speak a little better about business because of what they're doing on the side.
What are some trends that you're ready to see end this year for pre-sales?
So this trend has been going on since the beginning of time, I guess. But sales engineers in a lot of companies are seen as sales support. They're just to do sales bidding, whether answering technical questions. So they're not true partners. They're more of a free resource. And I'm hoping that will end because when they hire for that role, I see this a lot where companies hire for a sales support role and then they transition into a consultative method, but they hired the wrong person for that, or they're not provided them the enablement to become consultative sales engineers versus just sales support. And it's a different set of skills where we're going from just being there reactive, answering technical questions, to being more interested or more curious about why people are doing things in certain ways. So I would hope that the view of sales engineers as sales support would end and it shifts more into consultative role. I see it happening a little bit, but not as fast as I would like.
What are some of your favorite resources or tooling for SEs right now?
Beyond We the Sales Engineers, I mean, there are many out there. The two books I always recommend that are generalist sales engineers are Mastering Technical Sales by John Kerr, Chris White, The 6 Habits of Highly Effective Sales Engineers. If they want to be talking about more of the tactical, Demo to Win, and also Great Demo, I always recommend these books. I have a YouTube video talking about all different books and different stages. I like to use Gondola.ai. I love it, and I wish more people would use it. It just makes demonstrations so seamless. People watch my videos of me doing a demo using that, and they think it's a recording because it was seamless transitions. So I love that tool.
Lastly, just want to give you a chance to promote We the Sales Engineers and give a plug for pre-sales professionals looking to connect with other AEs and improve their jobs.
So wethesalesengineers.com is my website. There's podcasts, there's YouTubes. I also have the SE hotline, which is a service I offer aspiring and existing SEs if they want coaching. they want help achieving their goals, they should go check it out, or they can reach out to me personally at Ramzi at wethesalesengineers.com or on LinkedIn.